Testing the audio, testing audio, testing audio, testing the audio. ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. To my live stream. I know it's been a while, but yeah, I've been off for maybe about 10 days or so, and I don't know, just been checking out projects from other people, what other people have been making, and kind of what direction all this is going in. I just kind of thought that I either have to change up what I'm doing or just admit defeat in one way, because like I was making things that wasn't really going anywhere in my opinion. So had to change things around a bit, and I think I've gotten back on track. Got a few projects that I'm going to be showing off here. So I think my audio's been off this entire time. You've got to be shitting me. Yeah, see, I'm definitely new at this, guys. Fuck's sake. That's embarrassing, man. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, that's what Codex bot was. Just kind of like something to give you notifications and be able to interact with your sessions remotely, basically. Yeah. Yeah, as I was building this, I realized that I was basically building an IDE because I wanted something that can control your session. You know, if you're in a sea of windows here and you just need to get to that one session, get one command off, you can do that through here, right? And plus, it'll notify you anytime your sessions need anything. So it was an interesting idea, and as I was building it out, I just realized that that one feature alone is not going to get people to want this app. So I figured I got to build it into an IDE. That's one thing I really can do. I mean, I figured I'd give it a shot. All I can do is fail, right? I'm pretty good at that anyway. All right, so let's see here. Okay, yeah, see that? It's saying it. I can respond to this. Cannot read a question from this session's screen. Yeah, so it's saying it cannot read this. I never thought about this. Yeah, that's not gonna be able to do it either. So it cannot answer questions that are like this. So I guess that's very specific. All right. Anyway, okay. So we're doing Sonnet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go on high for this one. Actually, I should be able to see my usage from here. Yeah, 1%. That should be accurate, hopefully. Yep, it's accurate. Okay. So I think I should delete these, or at least archive them. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I just want to make sure my projects are still, because I moved those project files, I want to make sure they're not like, you know, messing up with the sessions that are open somehow. I just want to make sure that that's still good. Yeah, these, you know, I want to keep those there. Okay, so that's fine. I can leave that there. You see, it does read the Codex desktop app, but the thing is that Codex desktop app, it's pretty locked down. I can't get much info from it. I can get like, usage info, token info, things like that, but Windows doesn't expose anything else. So for example, I can't get the session IDs of the sessions that are open in my ChatGPT or in the Codex app. So that's one thing that was kind of stopped me. So that's another reason why I thought if I build an IDE or an ADE, whatever, then these sessions will be open in my app and I'll be able to get pretty much all the information that the sessions have. So it'll make that whole process a lot easier. So I think if I want to make this viable, I have to make it into an ADE or an IDE because I need the information from every single session in order to do what I want it to do. Or at least what the users will want it to do. So let's see here. I don't think I have Superflow running. No, let's get that going. I could use my own dictation app, but I don't want to worry about accuracy right now. So let's just use this. Do I really want to use Sonnet though for this? You know what? First thing I'm gonna make a backup of everything just in case. I think I can back up this. I'll just do the whole folder. Maybe it'll take long. I just like doing manual backups. Even though I know that Git is running 11 gigs. Okay, no. It's just... I think one of these for some reason was really big. I don't understand why. Like why? Why is it so big? It better... I think it's this one. I hope it's this one. Yeah, it is that one. Jeez. I'm only gonna be reading from that anyway, so what if I just do this? Yeah, that'll work. You know what? I'll just make a copy of that anyway. Might as well. Okay, so what do I need to do now? So the reason why I want to make a copy is because, okay, I wanted to... Actually, two things that I needed it to do. Yeah, I need to make a compact version. And I'm just gonna wait till that ends because I just don't want to lose this. See, that's why I say I always need a clipboard manager. And when I start vibe coding a clipboard manager, I feel stupid. Like, why am I building a clipboard manager? It's just a child's app. But then I realized that for me, it actually does come in handy. I don't know. I think Mac does have a better clipboard manager than Windows does, though. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, wait. No. No. Cannot do that. Hold on. We gotta go. And then I have access to my ToolTab app as well. Sorry, I want to make sure I'm in the right folder, because then I can point it to different projects, which is what I wanted to do here. So let's just get the image in there. I just want to make sure that image is, yeah, that's the pillow. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so this should be easy enough for that to do. Let's roll that off there. Sorry, my chair's a bit loud there. Okay. I know this is just starting up the stream. I'm trying to get things going. I'm trying to get my ideas flowing. It's been a while since I've actually sat down trying to work on multiple projects at once. Sometimes I feel like I've sat down, you know, for like 7-8 hours of just nonstop coding. And through everything that you develop, I think that it'll take a normal developer, months to maybe do something like that. And I understand it's like pure cheating, by the way, to use AI for this. I understand that. But to go through all of those features that the app needs, and that you have to think of all in a short amount of time, because making the app itself is so easy now. I feel like that alone, it like you have to think about all those ideas. It gets tiring, man. It gets really tiring. Like you really have to think about every single feature, how the user is going to experience it, how you want them to use the app, everything like that. You have to think of all that as it's making the app, because if the app can get made that much quicker, you got to think about all these features and problems and issues a lot quicker as well. So still an interesting process nonetheless. See, now this is telling me that context is 73% used. So this is kind of what I want my app to do, right? So if I'm out working on something else, like in, Firefox or another app or something, I don't know. At least then I can access my thing from here, right? Because I started thinking about all the different uses I could have for this. And one thing that just kept coming back to me is that to be able to use this effectively, you would need more control over the sessions that are open on that PC. So I'm still gonna have these features where I can detect all the warp and everything, warp sessions, sessions in the Cloud Desktop app. I can somewhat detect them. The Codex app you can't. That's the reason why I thought about just turning this into a whole ID or AD. So still gonna incorporate a lot of these features to be able to see outside sessions that are outside of my app, but yeah. For now, it's just I gotta build the ID and the AD first. That's gonna take a lot. So I gotta plan all that out, and yeah, it's not easy, man. I mean, it is easy, but yeah, you got a clear picture of all three code bases because you put it all in your context. God damn, all three projects. I think I should have done this a little bit differently. I'm just pushing it, man, because I don't know. Okay. So, that's probably gonna take a while. Now, if I'm going to, let me just bring this here. So this is, there you go, see? Now it's asking me for input. Let's see here, shows one static logo mark, border square. Idle and brand only, everywhere matching, no, just idle and brand, yeah, that's it. So see, okay, instead of answering that from here, just say I'm in a different app and this notification comes up. I can just go right over here, idle and brand only, select and send. And then so you can see in the background, the session just goes, it doesn't even put it in focus. So that's the idea that I had on my app. But in order to do that, I think it's better if I turn it into an ADE, which is something like this. This here is kind of like a mock-up of different styles. This is kind of, I really worked on this section here and this section. So this is like warp, pretty much. If I put this into full screen, it looks like warp, right? Agent mode, tab mode. So So this is basically what I want the app to look like in its final form. And on the left, you have exactly how Codex and Claude is with your projects here and everything. And this is the notification center. So what this is now is what this is over here underneath it. This. So this notification center is what I want in the app, and this is going to be its defining feature, this little widget here. And yeah, I'll have this. Right? So these are just different ones, and he's still waiting for so it's going to tell me a couple times. So that's what I want this app to be. And that's basically the whole idea behind this. Like, tell me what you guys think, if you guys think that might be viable as a project. Okay. Perfect. Okay, I think it's got some of it down. Some of this I may redo later, but I don't want to bother it because it's got so much. And see how this notification just came up? That's my clipboard, right? Because if I do something like this, highlight, this comes up and it goes in the clipboard. So this is something I was in the middle of working on as well as a clipboard manager. So you can copy and paste stuff different ways. And that's why I wanted to get a dictation app, which is why I'm working on the dictation app as well, because I want to incorporate that into it. Because then everything that you're dictating, sometimes you start dictating, you start clicking around, where's it going to put the text? So like my dictation app, even right now in its current state, if you click away from where you were in a text box when you started dictating, instead of just putting the text anywhere, it'll pop up and ask you, where do you want to put this? Which window do you want to put in? The one you were in, the one you're in now, or just put it in the clipboard and you can paste it, right? And then you can also change in the settings. Do you want it to ask you that every time, or do you want to just put it where you are now or where you were? Different places, right? So that's the idea behind having a dictation app and a clipboard manager with the AD and IDE with the notification center. So it's basically 4 apps, right? That I'm trying to combine into one. And that's a huge project for somebody like me to undertake. I know nothing about, I mean, not that I don't know nothing, but it's like compared to actual developers out there, I know nothing. You know, I mean, if I look at a piece of code, I know what I'm looking at. I can decipher it in a way. But if you ask me to sit down and write something in a specific language, there's only 2 different languages that I know, like, HTML, big simple websites, and I know some like C++, but that's it. Um, okay, yeah, that's good. Okay. Yeah, it's good. It's pretty much got down exactly what I want. Let's see this here. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Okay. So now it's gonna run the app and test it. It's one thing I like about Claude, but it kind of interrupts me sometimes. Let me just get rid of this. Okay, that should be fine. But I gotta should turn off whisper flow. Oh, okay. Um, so yeah, let me know what you guys think. Uh, does anyone like light mode? Anyone uses light mode anymore? Oh, damn, like a flashlight. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I guess there's only maybe couple people in the chat there, but what do you guys think of this? If you think this is a viable project, I kind of like this one here. So essentially, this is just supposed to be an ADE, right? One that has a notification center, same like you just saw before, and then has like a work mode. And keep in mind, any of these windows here can be terminals, file explorers, browsers, even. You know, it could be anything. And then they'll list each page here. So this page has 10. This should say 10, not 6. Maybe this means terminals, the number here instead of workspaces, but yeah. And these are just tools that I want to add in later, something that backs up your project folders. This is a web browser quick peek. It's a complicated feature, it's something only specific for me. Space Watcher just keeps an eye on hard disk space, and a lot of apps don't do that, and that kind of pisses me off sometimes. Um, Hypersleep is just a different way to uh, act as you're locking your PC or turning the monitor off, putting it to sleep, or leaving it on overnight, things like that. Different options for that. So these are things that are in the ToolTab app. I can kind of show you what I mean by that. And this is another part of it. Like I want to be able to add, I guess, some sort of like plugin or somewhere where people can maybe vibe code something themselves and put into the app, right? So for example, the original concept for this app was these different tabs here are all different tools that you can have. So this, for example, the I want my notes thing here, just because I wanted my iCloud notes to be here at a quick glance type of thing. I logged out since then, but yeah, it would normally just show up here just by clicking here. And then Space Watcher, you keep an eye on the hard drives, how much free space there is. The Real Vinci is something like an automated video editor that I was working on. It's a lot more difficult than I thought it'd be. But basically, what this does is it'll cut up your track into segments and then put it into separate track in DaVinci Resolve, so you can cut up a larger clip into smaller ones. And then I was able to get it to put in watermarks. Doing transitions and different effects is actually a bit difficult, but ever since they released that MCP, it's been making things a lot easier. So I've been trying to do that. Project Hero is just just a backup timer, I guess, this backup scheduler, I guess you could say. And yeah, so I basically wanted people to be able to put these tools into my app as well, so they can literally vibe code a plugin for this app to add in whatever feature they want. And that's the whole idea of this, and that's why I'm really big on like theming and making everything customizable, make everything act the way you want it to act. That's the whole point of the app, right? Everything should be customizable. We have the power to do it. Why not, right? I mean, people should be able to use an app exactly the way they want it. That's why I'm a big fan of just putting multiple apps together and every customizable option. Another thing is I definitely want to make it open source. I don't know, to make plugins and whatnot safe. Apparently open source is not the way to go. But again, I still have to decide these things, right? I have to decide the whole philosophy around this app because it's not gonna be something that I want to turn into like like a subscription-based service or something like that. I hate those apps. I think you should just get an app you either pay for it once and use it forever, or I don't know. If it is a service, then you got to make sure you provide it properly. And I don't want to provide a live service. I think there are so many things can go wrong with that. Better you just make an app that people can just get it, use it, and that's it. Unless there's like updates and whatnot, but I wouldn't charge for updates, right? Um, okay. Yeah, see, I haven't finished all the initial planning that I need to do for that app, which is why I can't really work on it right now. Um, but I want to get this dictation app at least done with, at least merged together with the two different versions that I have going right now. I guess I'm not very entertaining on live, am I? I'm not really much of a social person, so I guess I don't know. Maybe admittedly, the live stream might not be for me, but we'll keep trying and see how it goes. But sometimes you got to be realistic about what you're doing. I should try to ask Claude to at least let me know when it needs to do anything like computer use or take over my mouse and keyboard or test the app or something like that. Because I don't like when it just starts launching my app to test it and then I click out of it, then it thinks that it's failed for some other reason and starts going off on a tangent trying to debug whatever it thought that it uh, had a problem with because I closed the app or moved focus away from it or something like that. I wish Claude could just kind of tell you, hey, listen, I'm about to launch the app. Don't touch your mouse. And I won't touch my mouse. But if you don't tell me and I'm just using my computer, obviously I might click away from it or I don't know. It should at least tell you before, but I don't know. I guess that's what happened when that's exactly what happens when you run it in that dangerously bypass mode or whatever, which yeah, bypass permissions on. I don't know. Still, I should just ask you. Common courtesy. that AI should have, being as we are their gods. Work, AI, work for me. Work, slave away from me. I think my theming system might be a bit more complicated than I thought. Unless I really take the time to actually plan out every single part of the UI. And then I can explicitly state which parts are themable, which parts are not, and future proof it in a way where when users make plugins, they can still use that schema in a way, right? It's gonna be very complicated. Yeah. And it's always so it's telling me plus any visual references, screenshots of work, Claude desktop layouts you want to steal from. What the why you gotta say it like that, man? Why you gotta say it like that? Son of a bitch. I guess even like Claude and ChatGPT both know that vibe coding is just basically stealing everyone's ideas. That's essentially what you're doing. And they know it, dude. Like layouts you want to steal from. Motherfucker. Why you gotta do me like that, man? Alright. Oh man. Yeah, I still gotta rethink how to do all this, man, because if I'm gonna be live streaming this, I gotta be able to work on more than one project at a time, because I'm gonna have to figure something out to tell Claude to tell me when it needs to use like my mouse or any controls that I can't have at the same time. That way I don't have to sit here and just wait for this thing to use my PC. Like I want to be able to work on other projects. Then not only that, like thinking about two projects in the same time, like that's something I'm not good at. Like I rather focus on one project, nail it down, and just get it done with, right? But I find myself jumping from project to project, and it's not what I want to do. It's not how I like working. I think I really gotta rethink everything, man. I always think I have it figured out, but then, when you jump into it, you never do. But I think I might just let's call it a day. I mean, I don't think I have any viewers. I don't even know how to tell if I have any viewers. Like it says one concurrent viewer. Average viewer duration 5 minutes. And I've been on for an hour 20. That's not very good. I think I should just yeah, I think just call it a day there. Gotta be realistic with what you got here.